Welcome back. So, Alera, before you delve into the issues of corruption, because it's all part of the corruption we're talking about, we won't start with. But see this. So someone sent me this. He said, "Dear customer, due to our BVN new system upgrade, your ATM card has just been deactivated. To reactivate, kindly call customer care," and then they put a number there. But see this. Someone says, "I'm happy that you read this out to the public. I get this many scams, and what I do is I just look at the sender's email first." The sponsor says, "Every commercial outlet should have a safety certificate, renewable yearly, after thorough risk assessment." Then Festus Akimboewa, Festus is another faithful viewer of ours. He says, "We must never be careless with our personal information. Our names, address, and bank details are valuable to criminals." And he says, "I beg to differ. Scammers are not smart. They are common criminals." Sad.
Scammers can be smart as well. In fact, they are successful because they are smart.
To be a criminal, you need to be smart.
Yes, now let's turn our focus to the fight against corruption. It appears to be yielding results, and there have been recoveries which have got people wondering where all these monies have been hiding. If you recall, only last week, about 13 billion, well, in various currencies, was found at a home in Ikoyi. Before that, there was the discovery in Kaduna. There was the money abandoned at the Kaduna airport. There was the money in Balogun Market and the one in Lejko Flats. And the list just goes on. Suddenly, monies are just turning up everywhere.
It's raining monies in Nigeria.
Like, it's raining? Exactly. Monies in various currencies.
I'm telling you.
And
so
like some radio presenter said, he says, if I see any abandoned building that doesn't look dilapidated, I'm likely to go and peep in through the windows because I might find something
safe,
so that I will blow the whistle and collect whatever percentage it is that government is paying. So the whistleblowing policy seems to be yielding results as monies seem to have been found. And the largest haul, which was found in Ikoyi, has got several people making claims to it, including the National Intelligence Agency, no less. The NIA is claiming ownership of that money. Now, let's bring in our guests who are going to help us look at the fight against corruption and all these monies that are suddenly turning up in a country that we are told is in recession, in a country that we are told is broke. It's my pleasure to welcome two legal practitioners. On my left, Mr. Wahab Tokumbo. Good morning.
Good morning.
And Mr. Chima Naji.
Good morning.
And joining us from our studio in Abuja is a community activist, Hajia Mariam Yakub. Good morning, Hajia.
Good morning.
Good to have you with us.
Good morning, and thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming. Now, let me start with Mr. Tokumbo here. Billions. We hear that in total it's about 49 billion. I mean, please don't quote me on that figure, but have been discovered in some rather suspicious places. First of all, is this mainly as a result of the whistleblowing policy?
Alera, I'll tell you yes. And the yes is predicated on the fact that this money had been here for some time. It's obvious those funds were not stashed in a day. So invariably, when the government last year, towards the end of last year, said, look, we need to up this anti-corruption battle to the next level, it's not enough to campaign and tell Nigerians that if we don't kill corruption, corruption will kill this country. We need to go outside the box. Whistleblowing is not just known to Nigeria. It's in the US, it's in the UK, it's peculiar. But we have a very peculiar situation here. Now, between December last year and last week, the number of recoveries that have been made is mind-boggling. I've never seen such cash haul in my life. I've seen good films, I've seen mafia films, but not such cash all of USD. Stashed in a flat. Look at it, stashed in a flat.
No, there were some pictures on social media of even some buried in the cemetery.
I think that was in Ecuador or somewhere in South America.
Okay, not in
They
Nigeria.
just had to Photoshop it, I believe it's in Ecuador. Now, my concern is this. How did we get here?
Okay.
How did we get to a situation where people wake up and they throw our values to the dogs? Like Pastor Bakari often say in Yoruba, and I will interpret, your son is going to laundry and comes home with clothing material every day, and you're not asking questions. Neota, $43 million in one apartment. We need to do more. But I'm glad that we are not where we used to be. Maybe we are not where we want to be, but we are making progress. If these funds, the one in Kaduna, was it $9 million belonging to the former GMD of NNPC, that's $9 million. I was saying to myself...
And I beg your pardon, and that's the only one, the ownership of which has been established. All the others don't seem to have any owners. They're just floating around.
Alero, but as it is now, the NIA is claiming that this fund belongs to them. But I'm glad the EFCC had done the needful. They had gotten a forfeiture order from the Federal High Court Ikoyi, and the other window is for 14 days. If you have legitimate claim to the money, you file a counter affidavit before the court and tell the whole world. Once you file, it becomes a public document. I'm interested to see what they will file, because for me, we need to ask questions, and they need to answer us. One of the questions we're going to ask them: how did you come about this cash all in the TSA implementing economy? Because even if you have the money released to you years back and you fail to spend, the rule is you take it back to the treasury.
Okay, you just hold your thought. When we come back, we'll bring in Mr. Chima Naji. We'll take a moment and be back shortly.